And I wanted to do this full moon in Scorpio because there's some other aspects um, that I wanted to go over. Like there's some truth revealed, and we got Chiron in the mix, and I'm doing okay. Happy to see you all. Always happy to see you guys. Yeah, I think all of us are doing okay. It's okay. We're gonna get through this, right? So Scorpio, we've already had the Scorpio full moon, like it went exact full moon, um, at 22 degrees. That is right on that cusp where it can do something, right? Because y'all know, I believe from the 22 onto the 30th until the next sign, it's going to start doing what it needs to do, right? So, but, so with Scorpio, deep emotion, with Scorpio, Pluto, right? We've got things being revealed, truths being told, things that were hidden coming out, right? But because this is a full moon, they're coming out so that we can release them. We can reveal them and then we can release them, right? What's so powerful at this full moon is fact that we have. So you see here, here's the full moon, right? Scorpio, and then Taurus, what makes us feel comfortable, safe, secure. That's what's being asked of us to like look at our deep emotions and the truth about that. We need to like be really truthful with ourselves about what we're seeing, what we're feeling, so that we can allow it to be revealed and then release it, right? We're trying to like understand that we're in newer paradigms, right? And the reason I'm saying this is because today Pluto is square Mercury on this same full moon. Pluto square Mercury. So there's some truths to be told, some um, maybe some boundaries you have to say, right? Because Mercury or in it, and also some processing that you have to do. Um, like some understanding that you're going to see or that you've been seeing in the next 2 weeks about something coming up so that you can see the truth about it, something being revealed so that you can see the truth about it. And because it's Scorpio, it's deep. It's like a deep emotion of trying to understand it. And with Pluto, Pluto is Scorpio's Pluto right here is Scorpio's ruler, right? And he is square. So there's some truths to be told. Maybe even it's that you need to tell yourself the truth, right? About what you really are doing and what you have and what you want and what types of relationships you have right now, right? But not just that, what makes it even bigger, what makes it even bigger, because we don't have enough already, right? There is this Jupiter sextile, right? So when you do reveal, when you do let it go, when you do tell yourself the truth, when you do, and yeah, when you do tell yourself the truth, and see it for what it is, right? Instead of masking and trying to make it okay. When you do tell yourself what it is, there's a sextile here, right? This is our wound about who we are, about who we've been, about who we want to be, right? And because it's Jupiter, right? Jupiter makes everything bigger, right? So we're talking about emotions, we're talking about wounds, deep, deep wounds in our identity, right? And so some of you may not have had anything happen today, but you're like feeling this deep, deep emotion, these things that maybe you hadn't seen before that you're seeing today or that you're feeling today. Um, But just know if you, and Jupiter's going to expand it, make it bigger, right? Um, Jupiter's going to make it like he does everything. He touches everything, he's going to make it bigger, right? And then we have Uranus right here that's right next to the sun. So the Uranus is trying to get you to get to your freedom with that sun. Let's show you. Let's shine some light over here on this moon in the depths of where you have your emotions, of where things are hidden, of the things you don't want to talk about or you think you're not ready to bring up, but they're being brought up. This is Chiron, the physical, right? So some physical things may be brought up, right? Where you have to deal with it. You have to bring that out. Be truthful with yourself. Um, yeah, and remember, Pluto just wants you to stand in your power. Understand who you are. So, I'm thinking, yeah. And then we still have that Pluto. I mean, he's not all the way over here, but that's still some angst going on with that, right? And then we have Saturn right at the North Node. So, not only that, but the North Node is so the nodes are because there's three things. I just wanted to bring out one thing. I'm just looking to make sure. Yeah, so there's a sextile here with the North Node with Pluto. Okay, and then is it Jupiter? Hold on a second. I'm looking. Yeah, Jupiter squaring the nodes. Okay, so what you used to be, what you normally hold on to, what makes you feel more comfortable, you're realizing, hi Polly, that it's not you anymore. And maybe that doesn't make you feel so comfortable anymore, right? Because Jupiter makes it bigger, right? So he's really saying, be true to yourself. What do you want? Do you really want to stay stuck in this old space, or are you ready to move over here to this new space? And this isn't going to be, um, it's not going to feel easy because this is some deep, deep emotions that are coming up. Does that make sense to everyone? Makes sense to everyone? Anybody have any questions about that? I just wanted to go over that really quickly. And I'm going to do some tarot. What do y'all think? Oh, now I can look at y'all here. Now I can look at you guys here. Right? So if you guys can be sure to like and share this out, that would be great. Before I get started on the tarot, you guys want to tell me what's going on, how your day is going, what's been coming up? I'm waiting for more people to arrive before I start doing the tarot. But, right, tarot time. So I'm going to pull for each sign, I'm going to pull two cards. One is what is being revealed and what you need to release, right? So once we get some more people, I can start the tarot. Hold on a second. I'm just making sure I have everything. So Rebecca says very introspective vibes today, but it feels like anything is possible. Yeah, that's true. There were random power outages in the, oh, there were. Okay. Yeah, I told you guys that was going to be coming up. Work is not good again. That's so weird, Athena, because one day, there was one day where I did tarot this week, and I felt like your work had changed. It was weird in the middle of my channeling. I was like, I felt that your work had changed. Big misunderstanding, and the senior director is pissed. Oh, yeah, off at me. Okay, gotcha. I know this is not an easy time. Um, this full moon is not an easy one. When I looked at all the aspects, I'm like, ooh, and that's why things were coming up for me too. Um, yeah, about like for all of us, who are we? What are we going to do? Where are we going? It's not like we don't know completely where we want to go, or some of who we aren't or who we are. It's that those wounds that we don't even realize because they're so embedded. Exactly. But they're coming up. They're going to come up. It's going to come up for all of us. And I described this feeling. So I woke up at 4 this morning and was like, "Ew." And the only way I could describe it is like, well, I don't know if y'all know this in the UK, but we have these Pillsbury dough. Pillsbury is a name brand. These dough containers, and then you take off the wrapper, and because they're like dough, they're gonna pop when they open. And all of us Americans growing up, like we've dealt with it at one point or another, and you either stick a fork in it or a spoon or something to like break it open, and then it pops. It's not going to go everywhere. It just pops. We know that it's going to pop, but we still have this anxiety about some of us, right? So I'm saying this because that was the feeling. Hey, Catherine, that was the feeling that I got this morning. That's like I feel like it's gonna pop. I just don't know. I know it's gonna pop. And I'm prepared for it, but it's still gonna scare me. That's the feeling of. I know that's the weirdest. Uh, the way that I described it is weird, right? But thank you, Polly. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button. But that's like it's like this can that's just gonna pop, and you know it, and it's not gonna hurt you, but it's still gonna scare you a little. I realized last week that everything I do or have done in life has been based on fear. Yeah, yeah, that's Pluto. That's Scorpio. That's you realizing so that you can face your fear, and that's your nose. That's the full moon. That's Mercury. That's like, do I want to continue this way? Do I want to continue to always live in fear? Or do I want to relax? Do I know that there's a space where I can relax? Or is there a space where I'm not afraid? I think I said this in that other video. It's like, oh no, I didn't. I said this a while back. You can only be afraid for so long before you're just like, okay, I'm not afraid anymore. I got to get up and do something. I got to get up or I got to stop being afraid of everything, right? I've done this enough times that it's not gonna. Hey, Alejandra, that I'm just not afraid anymore. All the scenarios have played out. It's just not fearful anymore. So let's start with Aries. Thank you guys for coming in. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share this out on X, on all the other platforms. We need to let people know we are here, okay? Part of my truth is like, I am so tired of this algorithm. I'm done with it. Like, it's going to happen, period, the end. Exactly. Athena says, exactly, no more, not working. Yeah, it's what you're doing is not working. And you can continue to do it, but you guys have been through all of this for the last, especially 2 years that I've been back on, right? Or a year and a half. It's like, you already know. You've been working on yourself. You've been working on your identity. You've been like really wading through those past traumas that Chiron's been bringing in. If Chiron and Aries, that's the main. What Chiron and Aries has told us. Who's got so everybody who's got Chiron and Aries, who was born with Chiron and Aries, let me know. Let me know. Put a 1 if you have been born and that's in your natal chart, Chiron and Aries, because there's a whole lot of people that way. So Alejandra said, just wanted to share that I got a permanent contract at my job. Yay! Good for you, Alejandra. My pants feel like the Pillsbury dough. Oh my god. Oh, Sarah. I have been feeling very depressed lately, even when I'm around people not sure what's going on. Yeah. So, I'm sorry to hear that, Sarah. Well, I mean, right now, this is all this stuff that's coming up. Um, Plus, we have Saturn next to that North Node. You could, and I mean, that Neptune and Venus, like, I don't know if I can describe this to you guys. My natal, so when I was born, where Venus and Chiron, when I was born, Venus and Chiron are both in my second house in Aries. Okay. So both in my second house in Aries. Right now, the transit is Venus and Chiron in Aries. Now, I personally have Chiron right here. So Venus has activated my Chiron, and Chiron has activated my Venus. Okay, so I'm like double whammy. Does that make sense to you guys? I was born with Chiron right here. And right now, Venus and then Neptune eventually is going to come up on there too. But Venus has activated my Chiron. What do I love? How do I love? Do I have my boundaries? What has been taken? What makes me feel safe? What makes me feel secure? Like all of that is coming up with my Chiron. Venus is right here activating my Chiron. And then my Venus is right here and Chiron is activating my Venus. So I've got a double whammy right now. Double whammy. So if I don't look closely, I could be in a world of like depression. I don't get depressed, but like depression. For somebody else, it may be like depression. They can't get out of bed. Nothing is right. They're feeling bad. Their body's horrible. Like they just don't feel that, right? Um, so I think that's why Chiron's on my mind. When I looked the other day, because I've told you, I feel like this Pillsbury is just gonna pop, right? And but as things come up, so as things come up, let me say it this way. As things come up, I'm doing my best to identify them, right? And then I'm working through that, right? But there are things that I can't see because I didn't perceive them that way, right? This is where you want your mirror. The mirrors are the people around you. What's showing itself to you, right? or even talking to your best friend. I can't see it, but she can. I can't see it, but he can. And they can tell me a piece. That's why when somebody, for me in my life, the people around me are truthful, have a lot of integrity, and know how to speak to me, right? Because any normal person, if I don't want to hear it, I'm just going to shut it down, right? So that's a normal person. That's a normal thing to do. But as a spiritual advisor, as somebody who works in this, I'm like really trying to listen. And I've made my life where I have really good people around me that can tell me the truth, right? And I'm so blessed to have people that know how to speak to me in a way where I won't shut it down. And so because of that, I really get to hear what I don't see. Like I'm like, oh, I never saw it that way. Or I'm like, oh, do I do that? I didn't think I did that. And then I look back and I have really good people around me that we can go back and forth and talk about this stuff, right? That's why even if you're working so hard on yourself, this is what I'm saying. This was the point. Even if you're working so hard on yourself, you can still have um, blind spots or the way that you perceive it, but they may have another way that they can sort of mirror to you and either tell you or show you. And then you kind of expand your perception and like, oh, I do that. I didn't see that I did that. If you can just get your ego out of the way and understand that your friends, if you have good people around you, are there to help you because they love you. They want to show you, right? So I'm saying that because for two things, just know that don't be too hard on yourself when you're like working on something, then you're just not getting it. Because you will when it's time. And the other thing too is this is why it's important to have good people around you and not ignore the red flags and not have people and say, well, I can hang it with that. I can hang out with them, a couple times or blah 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 or da da da. Oh, they didn't really mean that, or and then later on you have these issues and they're not able to reflect what it is that you're needing, what it is that you're trying to understand. Does that make sense to everybody? So there's nobody here with I have a tattoo of Chiron. It can be beautiful, but it can be tough. Yeah, it's really well. The reason I was saying, does anybody else have Chiron and Aries, is because Chiron and Aries is your there's a wound, and we're all experiencing this right now. I was born with this, but we're all experiencing this right now. Chiron and Aries people, but now the transit, right? Um, Chiron and Aries people, their wound is like you're made to feel like um you're not supposed to be here, or you're wrong for being here, or they don't understand you and you don't understand them, right? Chiron, because it's a wound in your identity. When you're young, Chiron and Aries people, when you're young, um, this is the whole you're too much, you're not enough, you're laughing too loud, you're not laughing enough, you get too excited, you're not getting excited enough, you blah blah blah. Like everything you do is wrong, right? It doesn't matter. So you lose yourself, Chiron and Aries people. Now I've worked through this because I'm 55 years old and I've already had I've just had my second Chiron return, right? So I've worked on this, but that's what it is. It's like these people, these life itself. There's a wound about you being your true self, right? Like for me, Cindi, you're not smart enough. You don't have enough degrees, right? When I was younger, Cindi, you're too smart. Have too many degrees. Now nobody can understand you. Cindi, you're a medium and nobody needs to know about that as I was growing up. Cindi, you're a medium and everybody needs to know about that, but now you have mask from not telling anybody all that. Like I'm just going over scenarios, right? This is things that I've worked on over the years. Now, Chiron and Aries on a societal scale, right? Because we're going through that transit now. We want to be a certain way as a society, but there is a wound about how we are identifying. That's what we've all been doing, right? You're a Democrat, you're a Republican, you're from the UK, you're from America, you're from blah blah blah. You do this and you do that and you do, and you're not enough here. And why don't y'all stick up for yourselves over here? Why are y'all so mean over here? Why? It's like it's a wound. It's like whatever you try, it's like you're doing the wrong thing, and you have to learn through Chiron that you work with your wound. That's why I say Chiron was never meant to be healed. Okay? That's not what it does. Pluto, yes. Chiron, no. Chiron is meant for you to more align yourself with that wound and learn to work with it by helping others once you discover what it is that you've discovered on your path. Does that make sense? So that with the full moon, that is bringing up a lot of things, right? So Pluto brings things to the surface. This Scorpio full moon bringing emotions, revealing things to people, revealing situations to people, revealing relationships to people. Like it can be a good thing too. Like who was it? Was it you, Araceli? Who was the one that said they got engaged recently? Like they said it on a on my comment, right? They just got engaged. That's a revelation. That was something hidden being revealed, right? So it can be a good thing too. It's a matter of perception the way you're going to have the good thing or the bad thing. That's your path, right? But there could be things, and this is all like deep inside of you. The sun is coming, which is in Taurus. What makes you feel safe, secure, and stable? What emotionally makes you feel safe, secure, and stable? What do you need to release? What do you need to reveal so that you can release as you go into this new identity? Chiron at 24 degrees. So Chiron's peaking, right? I don't know where everything is situated in my chart, so it makes it difficult to know what I really need to focus on. You need to focus on whatever comes up. That's what you need to focus on, right? That's what I'm saying. Within you, it's going to be bringing things up. That's what you need to focus on. For everybody, it's different, right? But your body, your spirit, your energy knows. It knows. So just pay attention. And if you have like the beliefs that I have, doesn't mean everybody does, but if you understand that people around you will help you and mirror you and say, like, why is that irritating to me? Why does that make me so happy? Why does that make me so sad? Why does when that person do something make me so irritated? What is it about me that I need to see that that person does that makes me so irritated? That makes sense? Or what is it in that person that person is doing that makes me so happy? Right? So it makes me feel like so much more when that person is around and does those things. What is that about me? What is it that makes me happy? Why? Why does it do that? Why does it make me sad? Why do those people make me irritated? Why do those people make me mad? Why do those situations make me irritated? Right? All that is that Scorpio. Deep, 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 deep. Right? And with Chiron, there's a wound, right? In the way that you identify. Pluto is trying to help you step into your power and understand that you aren't in the old paradigm anymore. We're in Pluto Aquarius, right? Uranus will give you your freedom. So if you are not seeing it, he will make a move to have it brought up. I will see you on the next one. I'm sending everybody so much love. And I am so grateful and thankful for the people that I have around me, um, so that I can see and get through this just like y'all are getting through this. Okay. I love you, love you, love you.